Condolences and tributes continue to pour in for the women who died in the tragic accident on Labor Day. Family and friends assembled at Zion Baptist Church on East and Shirley Streets for a memorial service in honor of the 4 victims last night. DeAndre Williamson was there.
Trade unionists, along with the Bahamas Christian Council and loved ones, reflecting on the lives and legacies of the 4 women who died tragically on Labor Day.
That in the midst of all that's taking place and all that's taking place in our country, we need to be a compassionate people. We are looking at our Savior when it says Jesus wept, that when he heard of the passing of his friend Lazarus, he paused and he joined in his compassion and cried. And that's the people we pause and join in with the families today, and we will shed a tear, because we enter into that grief with them. And as a nation, we want to remember that compassionate side of our life.
On Labor Day, Tabitha Hay, Diane Gray Ferguson, Tammy Gibson, and Kathleen Fernanda died after being struck by a truck during the Sir Randall Fox Labor Day parade. 24 others were injured.
The Labor Day tragedy was BFSU members, BFSU supporters, but they were Bahamians first and foremost. And so by them being Bahamians, whatever happened to them happened to the Bahamas.
Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, Governor General Dame Marguerite Pindling, and members of Parliament were present for the memorial service at Zion Baptist Church, East and Shirley Streets, which is near the scene of the tragic June 1st accident.
I think that the families that are surviving ought to know that they are not alone. Those persons who are still under medical care ought to know that persons remember them. And I think that those persons who may have been a part of the accident in terms of creating the environment for an accident ought to also know that God is there with loving arms to remind them that he will not leave them or forsake them.
The lives of the 4 women will always be remembered. Trade unions hope to memorialize the women with a historic monument.
A monument with their names inscribed will forever tell the story of how, after many years of 2 routes of Labor Day parades, it was divine destiny that caused one parade in 2017 and again in 2018. Had it not been for the unification under the leadership of Minister Folks, the Nurses Union would have been marching in a separate route and would have not been directly in the back of the Financial Services Union.
National Congress of Trade Unions President Bernard Evans says next year's Labor Day parade will be named in honor of the women who died on June 1st. For ZNS Network News, I'm DeAndre Williamson.